Book Creator for Chrome is an awesome creative tool for both teachers and students. You can use it for all kinds of creative endeavors, not the least of which is becoming an author. Good day, teachers and students. Today I want to show you how to use the tools that are built into Book Creator for Chrome so that you can write and create your own book. The best way to begin using Book Creator for Chrome is to go to the URL app.bookcreator.com, and it'll take you to this sign-in page, which you can sign in with your Google account here if you're a student, and if you're a teacher, you're going to switch to that teacher view and then choose Sign in with Google. The plus sign is how you start a new book, and that takes you to this page where you're going to choose the size and shape of your book. These books along the bottom are the types of books that you would choose if you wanted to write a comic or a graphic novel. And these books along the top are blank. I'm going to choose the 4:3 aspect ratio because it's the largest of the books and it takes up the most of your screen, so it's the easiest to look at as you're working with it. The interface for Book Creator for Chrome is really simple. There are only 3 buttons right here at the top. The plus sign button is what you click to add something to your page, and we'll explore those fully in just a moment. The italicized I is for inspector, and that's how you change things on your page or change the background of your page. And then the play button just simply lets you preview your book. And right now we don't have anything in our book. So let's go back and add some things to our book. As you can see, we're starting on the cover and we're going to begin by adding some shapes to our page. So here we're going to go to the plus sign, and then the shapes live under media. So just a quick tour of what's here. Templates, those are basically for teachers. Here are some shapes. Here are some really cool icons. If you want to import a file to add, or also you can embed files that you create in other places. We're going to just put a couple shapes on our screen. Let's add a triangle, and you can see that you can adjust the size once you put it on the page by dragging it from the corners. There's a toggle switch that lets you sort of tilt it from side to side. The other thing that you can do once you put something on a page is use copy paste. So Control C to copy and then Control V to paste. And now I actually have 2 triangles. To change the color of a shape that you put on the page, you're going to go to the inspector, and here is the color palette. So I can choose any of these. These are the colors I've used recently. I can create any color I want by using the custom color mixer. So I just drag this, I can move this guy right here, and then once you pick a color that you like, click apply, and that will, because this shape was selected, it will change the color of that shape. Under the inspector menu is where you can also change the transparency of the color. You can add a shadow to your particular shape that you have selected. So I'll add a shadow to both of those. And you can also give your shape a border and change the size and the weight of the border here. This is also where you can change the layering of the items, so I can switch it from front to back. There's a delete button here to get rid of your shape. The backspace key also works anytime that you have a shape selected, or anything on your page you can delete with the backspace key. Now let's practice adding some text to our page. I'm going to go back to the plus sign here, and text is right here. It has the 2 T's and it says text. Go ahead and click it. You'll notice a pop-out box appears. This is where you type the text that you want to add to the page. You will also notice that one of your choices is to use your voice to add text to the page. So if that's something that you need to use, you can do that. Lastly, there's a translation tool that you can use to change the text that you add. Once you add your text to the page, you can pick the text and move it around, pick up the text and move it with the 4-pronged arrow. And this is really how you can move anything, is once you get that 4-pronged arrow. Now I want this text to be bigger. So instead of, if I double click it right now, it pops it right back out to where I'm going to be editing the text. And that's not really what I want to do. I want to go to the I for inspector to change the text. Here I can drag this bar to change the size. I can center my text. I can change the color of my text. I can change the font of my text. Back to our plus sign in that media tab again. I did want to show you the icons, which are new. They have tons of icons and you can just simply search for an icon that you're looking. Once you add an icon to your page, again, you can change everything about it, including the color. Let's go to the next page and add a few more things to our book. We're going to go back to the plus sign and we're going to add some images to the book. So you can see here you have two choices. One is to search for an image, and the images that you will pull will be Creative Commons images, or you can choose this upload from your computer in order to insert images that you have already searched for or you have and found in a different way. Also notice the microphone here, so if you don't know how to spell something, you can search with your voice. Once you add an image to the page, you can adjust the size. There's an edit pencil here, and that will allow you to open up the drawing tool and do some other things to your image. We're going to come back to the drawing tool in just a second. So this is a book. We want to have text on the page. Where do we go to find the text? That's right, plus sign right here. Let's add some text. You'll notice you have some formatting options here that you can use, and those are excellent to go ahead and use before you paste your text on the page. But remember, you can change a lot of things about the way the text looks once it's already added to the page. Let's turn the page and learn how to use another tool, plus sign. The camera tool is going to do exactly what you think it should. Always, it's going to ask you this when the very first time you launch it, and you want to click the word allow to use the camera and the microphone. And here we are. We can either take a picture or record a video. Let's take a picture. And click use. It will drop the image onto your page, and this would be something that would be great for your About the Author page, maybe at the end of your book. So once your picture is on the page, again, you can adjust the size of it, or again, you can click on that edit pencil to open it in the drawing tool. And speaking of the drawing tool, let's learn how to use it. Plus sign, the word pen opens the drawing tool. You have lots of different types of markers. Here's your color palette to pick a color that you want to use to draw with. They have fun rainbow pens here. I'm going to choose just a plain blue. This is the eraser. You can use the bucket to fill things. This has a lot of emojis that are really fun to add to your book. And so with the pen, once you finish a drawing, when you click done, it's going to add it to whatever page you're on. And good news, you can still adjust the size and location of your drawing. There's an auto draw pen, which uses a little bit of artificial intelligence to try and guess what it is that you are drawing. It did guess that I was drawing the sun. I wasn't doing a great job. And then I can close that. And again, here's where you can use your fill bucket. I can choose a color and I can fill the sun. That will be added to my page. And of course, I can adjust it and move it around. Under the plus sign, you can also add audio to your book. And this is where the people that read your book will be able to hear your voice. So all you do is launch that audio button, click start recording. It'll count down 3, 2, 1, and it will record anything you say. So you might read your book, click stop when you're done. You can play it to listen to it, and it will record anything you say. Click use the recording, and it will just drop this little audio button onto your page. There are a few other things you can add to your book. Under the apps, If, as the teacher, you have control over which of these you activate for your students, but there are some really fun things. There's some animated emojis. You can import things directly from Canva. You can also connect Giphy for some GIFs. And you can actually connect it with Google Maps so that you can look for a map location and add a map directly from Google Maps to your book. Once you have a few pages, you can manage your pages under the Pages tab, and you can actually pick pages up and move them if you want to change the order of the pages in your book. When you use the back button, it's going to take you back to your library. And here's the book that we were just creating. This little bookshelf icon lets you, for example, just delete this book and get rid of it altogether. I can translate this book. I can copy it, or if I have more than one library made, I can add it to a different library. The share button is where you go if you have finished your book and you're ready to share it with the world. And it will allow you to publish your book online and get a link to your book so that someone can flip through your book. So when you click publish, you're going to add a title, an author, a short description, and make these choices here, either public or private, and whether or not you're going to allow people to use your book as a template. And then you click the button that says publish online. Once it's published online, people can find it and read it. There is an option to print your book, and when you click that print button, it creates just a series of PDFs that you could send to a printer. You're ready. Go write a book.